Hi, you guys. I hope you are having a good day. And let me put this down a little bit. That way y'all can see what's going on here. So, I did the Divine Masculine reading earlier. And then I went to go do a Divine Feminine reading that turned into a Twin Flame reading. That I ended up deleting. I didn't like the energy. It wasn't good. And I'm starting to just really tune into, okay, I need to stop messing with this energy and I'm just going to approach it again later. So we're just going to hit on Twin Flames again. We're going to see what's going on. And then we'll do the Divine Femme. And then Self-Love Sunday will be posted as well. So let's just see. Yehovah, can you come on down here? And we're just going to check in with our Twin Flames here. It's been a lot of Twin Flame and energy in the battleground for me, myself, in this last week or so. And it's been quite a minute since we've done a Twin Flame reading. So let's see what's going on here. 111 right there on the clock. Yehovah, I just ask that you come on down and protect us. You put your hand on my friend's shoulder here. And just warm them up a little bit. Give them those warm and fuzzies that you give me all the time. I thank you for clear, defined messages and giving me the opportunity to read them clearly, hopefully. So with Twin Flames, let's see what's going on here. Ooh. So first card is the 9, which is communication. However, there's a duplicity to this card because another card in the deck is the opposite to this, which is the lilies. So this card here is like, I'm going to send them flowers. I want to make their day, or we had a little fight and I just want to tell her how beautiful she is, or maybe you're sending flowers to your masculine because he secretly loves them and he's been that side of vulnerable with you. And you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, they took the time to do this at 222. They took the time to do this and it means something and it makes your day, right? But when it's in the negative, it's not good. It's not good communication. Now, whether this person's communication came from them or came from a revelation, I'm not sure. We will figure that out here in just a second. So negative communication. This is also a Sagittarius card. So keep that in mind. What else is here? Ooh, so there's a bridge here. So the bridge comes in when there's a disconnect. It needs to be connected in order for the cycle to continue on. Well, here's our disconnection right here. So there's obviously an imbalanced overall in this Twin Flame situationship. There's no communication. I'm starting to pick up that there's definite separation here. There's obviously this destined path to get to the same goal of union, because the bridge wouldn't come up as this is like the present energy right here that needs to move on. Everybody's just stuck. You know, it's not moving on. There's no communication between you and your divine counterpart here. 333 right there on the clock. And whatever communication you guys have tried, it just hasn't worked. It hasn't been good. There hasn't been enough time passed or enough egos set aside. Really, maybe there was communication that was attempted and the bridge was not there. It was very one-sided. Just because one part of the bridge is accessible doesn't mean that the opposite end is. All right, so there's really a disconnection here, which this is the 9, so that's as divisibly. That's as much as we can dwindle it down to right there at 411. But now 8 and 3 is 11, which is the whip card. Which is, you know, the snake energy's been around, which obviously it's having a really, really hard time. Having a hard time getting out of this vicious cycle enough to continue this on in a positive light. Now, 11 also dwindles down to 2, which is the clover, which is luck. So the bridge is in the upright, so I'm going to say the 2, the clover would be in the upright, which is, you know, this might be a possible victory. If both of these twin flames here can bridge this connection and get to stable ground right there at 444, get to stable ground and have this, okay, we need to just leave the past behind us, because once we drop it off, we need to let it go. There's no coming back over this bridge here, right? And you're going to need the luck to do it. And You know, you might also get some, you know, I'm also picking up that maybe there's communication that's coming and it just hasn't yet, or because this is in the past. So there's communication that's coming, because us as twin flames, we know we kind of get that push and that pull, you know, the push and the pull to thinking about our twin flame, to getting signs and syncs about them, you know, wondering who's going to break first when it comes to communication. And it could be that when this communication is to come in, because you know, it may not have happened yet. If both of you are looking forward to it, it just hasn't happened yet. In divine timing, which is also what this bridge means. In divine timing, the path will come, you know, the route will be able to be taken when all the time comes. And right now with this no communication, I really feel like it's just at a dead end and nothing will work until the right timing comes and changes along. Right here at 555 comes and changes along, so both partners can fuse physiologically positively together and work for the destined goal here. What's funny too is that the clover in this deck is also Sagittarius. So now we have two Sagittarius cards right out here, twin flames. So you might be dealing with the Sagittarius here, right there at 6:11 on the clock. Let's see what else is here. Ooh, yikes. So, whew, sheesh. So I'm getting quite a few different things here. So I'm just going to take a listen for a second. I'm just going to be still and know and protect myself from this energy right here. But I really feel like this twin flame situation is imbalanced because it is not guided by faith here. Now, if it's both twins that are not guided by faith here, that could be why there's a disconnection here. But however, you'd think that if two twin flames were balanced mentally, 711 there, thank you, Jehovah. Damn, 711 here. My own twin flame number. You think that if these twin flames were balanced mentally, there wouldn't be a separation. They would be able to feed off of each other's energy, continuing this narcissistic ego cycle, right? Well, I really feel like there's a disconnection here. There's a path that needs to be made straight because God is not balanced in one of these twin flames, but it is balanced in the other. Total twin flame, right? The yin and the yang, the right and the wrong, the black and the white, the light and the dark, the believer, the non-believer. It would make sense, wouldn't it? Now, this is what's difficult, is because there's nothing that you can do to change this person's mind, because even though this is your other half, this is your other person, this is your person, and you know it because there's a soul contract here, 811. You know that this is your person. It's your soul trapped in two bodies here, trapped under two different free wills. So you understand this as the twin who's in the light about it, that this is why this cannot move on forward, is because your faith is so strong. Your divination is what gets you through. There's no way that you can afford to have one more day without Jehovah Yeshua, one more day without God Jesus, right? But they can't even imagine you. And there's been a huge disconnection in between the both of you too, because you've decided to follow through with the job duty of twin flame and they have not. Now, the job duty of the twin flame is to bring on that inner child healing, to help heal each other, to heal the planet and others. Now, when the twins are not balanced, it's just very opposite. The scales are not balanced, nothing else will be balanced. 911, thank you, Jesus. Nothing will be balanced, and therefore it cannot level out to be able to walk the bridge together in love and light in Jehovah's direction, right? To the pull of the energy in the universe by the sun itself, God's energy, God's government. Okay, so we have this in the negative. So it's just never going to really work in anyone's favor here because of all of this suffering here, you know. When they're not fueled by positive intended hearts, like they would be if God and Jesus was in their heart space, they're negatively intended and they will never accept themselves. They're never going to accept you. And this is why this twin flame situationship is so hard. It is so hard. Oh, wow. Look at it. So I just looked at that, right, you guys? And that's, well, it's 36, but it's 63 there, ain't it? However, 6 plus 3 is 9. And look at, you have 10, 11 right there on the clock. Oh my goodness. So 10, 11 ascending right here. So we're getting somewhere with this, y'all. You have a 9 here and you have a 9 here. The only thing that's positive is this bridge. Huh. And it's like, this is communication, obviously. This isn't just God and Jesus fueling the relationship of one twin and not fueling the relationship of the other twin who's trapped in their flesh, who's an evildoer, you know, a liar, all of this crap. Now, this also could be, you're going to get a negative revelation about whatever's keeping you trapped, and therefore you are going to have enough of it. And you will be able to move on in a way, because you know, with what we've just talked about, and this is a vicious cycle. That's only going to be a vicious cycle. Okay. This is also the victory card, and you don't have a victory if you stay here with this twin flame. Now, these are timeless, and I'd like to say that the outcomes are timeless, because anyone can wake up one day and have different, you know, opinions. Anyone can also be saved another day. We never can control that. And being a believer is much different than being saved. I always say that on the channel, and it'll always be 100% for me. So you never know. This person could start to have their own spiritual awakening, because if you are so in tune with yourself and you're the lighter twin, the angelic twin, the, you know, the balanced twin of the two, eventually, if you are consistently mastering your emotions and sending out good loves and good vibes, and the power of manifestation is true in your heart space, you can never give up on the possibility of God and him saving your twin flame too, whether they're your divine masculine or your divine feminine. You know, it's very guided regardless. You know, obviously a twin flame situationship would be, but it's very guided to where when one twin is guided, the other one is going to be guided too, because you're a pair. You're 1 and 2, you know, then you're 2 against 3, like we've talked about in the math and science videos. The Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, and there's 2 of you, you know, whether it's just you, because you have your balance of male and female energies, right? So here we are, and we're seeing this balance of both of these are negative communication, negative revelation. So in the 3D, there might be some negative communication that's going to take place, and it's going to help you see that this is never going to work for you. Like, I feel like you're just stuck here at this spot once again with this bridge, and you're not sure if you should move forward or not. And a lot of the time we have to do the wrong thing because it's the right thing to do. And a lot of the time it works back out in our favor. You know, twin flames are always there with us. And just because it's an end now and there's a separation now, doesn't mean that it won't happen for us later. That's why spiritual consequences are so important. Let's see what else is here. Let's do bottom of the deck. Oh my goodness, you guys. See, I told you, as long as this person chooses to have this negative free will, as long as this person refuses to heal, as long as this person refuses to let God, Jesus in, Jehovah Yeshua, as long as this person refuses to accept how they feel on the inside, how scared and alone that they feel, how miserable they feel from the things that they were taught and how they were grown up and how they were treated. They're afraid to look in the mirror and take a reflection within. They're afraid to accept even how they feel about you. I'm picking up is they're accepting, they're in complete denial. Your twin flame here is in complete denial, and you are completely aware to the truth of it here, because no matter what, both of you want this commitment. You know, if it's in the negative, we're constantly thinking about, well, what's going to get it into the positive? What's going to get me to this end goal? What's going to get me depolarizing the negative low vibration energy and repolarizing it up to physiologically fuse with the sunlight, God's light, God's government, God himself, right? So we have 2 Sag cards here channeled, and now we have a Libra card. So fire and air here, y'all. Also 2, 5 dwindles down to the 7, which is the snake energy. So he's right here. So that's really important too. You need to take this reflection look right now. You know, whether you're the twin flame who's a non-believer, and watching this, but I really feel like you're the twin that does understand this and is resonating, because you are the light, you are the balanced, you are in your high priestess energy, and you are so spiritually in tune with yourself that this is not an option for you. And now you're realizing that it isn't an option and you need to walk away. However, it's still painful. You know, you're still suffering on the inside because they are suffering on the inside. And so it's very, very difficult to break away from this here, to be able to honor yourself, especially when the snakes around you too, because you've allowed them in for so long into your heart space. This twin flame of yours has your heart space more than anybody else. Even if you're with someone now, they will always have that biggest part of your heart that you just have to leave behind, even though it's still within you, but God's removing it for you. It's no longer serving you. It's taken away so much of your inner peace here. So that's 9 and 9, so that's 18, and then 38 is 11, so 18 and 11 is 29, and then 25, this is 54, which goes back to 9. So I really feel like you guys, if we look at this as a whole, because 54 adds up to 9, and this is coming back to 9 here, and this is coming back to this communication here. And if you look at these as a whole, what would be the overall message to this card here? You know, I really feel like both of you guys, both of you twin flames here, are really trying to hope and pray and figure out how to get communication started, because this is your person. There's been a lot of growing up here, I feel, because this is balanced all over it. It's 9 after 9 after 9. And 9 after 9, what is that? You know, if we look at it from one side, 9 of Wands, that's a wounded warrior. That's a lot of shit has happened, especially if it's a twin flame realm. 9 of Swords, that's mental illness, which when this comes in the negative, it's right there. But then you're also in this, how do I do this? I'm so unsure how to get this started. And we have the 9 channeled again. You were going to need luck to do so. You were going to need that inner strength, really, with the fortunate luck coming in to do so. You know, this bridge is here. We need to take it. The communication overall about this is the victory here. This is the commitment. This is with your twin flame and what you want. And it's all balanced, except it's not all 10s yet. You know, so 9 of Cups is self-happiness before your 10 of Cups, which is marriage, happy kids, the ring, the commitment, you know. And then 9 of Pentacles is your gain, this investment, all of this time, this self-worth. There's a lot of money there. That's a huge inheritance. And you have to have all that within you so you can have it without of you with someone else. So if we're channeling 9 after 9 after 9, you're almost at this huge ending here. So you guys, we just need to figure out how to bridge the gap here in order to get this victory with your twin flame here, because you know at the end of the day that it's them. You know, you've realized this. That's what I really feel is going on here with these twin flames and separation. Is that you've realized that this person is the person that you want to be with. There's suffering here. You're remorseful. You feel guilty about the way things have happened. I mean, you both do. Overall, this whole communication is about this ring here. This is beautiful. You know, let's do one more bottom of the deck here. Yes. Thank you, Jehovah. There's Jesus right there. I love it. When he brings both of these cards out, it's because you have to have faith. You have to let God and Jesus take over with this divine protection, this divine timing to bridge it all together for you as you just go within and look and know. You know, I feel like eventually it's going to work in your favor, because if you've had all of this spiritual awakening and you know, and this is deeply what's in your heart space here, both of you want it. Both of you are sending communication to each other, whether there's been true communication or not yet. You're in separation, about to be out of separation, or you're in separation and you both want to talk, but you know, you guys are too afraid to do it. There's too afraid to do it here. And this is guided, and somehow communication will happen anyway here. You know, It would have to. This is too many here. This is too many confirmations here of Jehovah working in your favor here. And he doesn't just pick twin flames for nothing here. So now we're looking at the 6 here, which is clouds and ego-driven mind and judgment, which is what the snake will do. So there's just a lot of balancing here of emotions after this whole revelation of, yeah, I want to go back to this person. I want to give them everything. There's an offering here. It's, I want to figure out how to make this work, and God is helping us, needs to help us. You know, let's get some clarification here. Yeah. So right here, all of this bridging here, this is 11, 9, and 6. So 11 and 9, and that's 20 and 26 here, which this is 25. So after all that happens and 25 can go on, then 26 happens, which is the book, which is your love story. How would it not be your love story now at that point? You know, a book is just, it's full of secrets. There's everything that's truly written. You can't judge a book by its cover until you read the whole damn story, right? I feel like with the book too, there's a lot of truths that are going to be told. The whole story is going to come out, and you guys are going to figure out how to work past it, because this is your person. It's worth it to you. It's worth it so much that this person's even realizing without them even trying to. They're trying to come back to you. They want to come back to you, and they're trying to come back to you. Heavy Sag and Libra here, but it doesn't have to be. It could be another fire, air sign. It could just be someone that has Sagittarius and Libra in their chart. But overall, it's just that they want to figure out how to come back to you. So let's see what else is here. Jehovah, I'm going to let you pick. Can you clarify who it is here that wants to communicate? Who is it that wants to communicate here? Ooh, there's another 9 coming out right there, you guys. So 9 is mental illness, 2222 right there on the clock. So 4 and 4. So twin flame once again. Thank you, Jehovah. So I honestly feel like it's both of you once again, because here's this 9 coming back around, this mental illness that I talked about, right? When we went through all of the 9s in tarot. 9 of Swords, if you both have been mentally ill about this, so mentally ill about it now that you're just ready to both stop. You're ready to both clear the air. You're ready to both talk. So also this could be the Libra, because this is Swords. So the air sign here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is the one that wants to talk here. Jehovah, who else? Anything else about who wants to talk? Who is it that wants to talk? Whoever's sad in their head, who's the one who did the backstabbing with all the swords here? The twin flame that made all the wrong choices. Thank you, Jehovah. All of these here. Wow. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. You ready? So we have 9 of Swords here, and I really pick up the vibe that this is both of you, because if one of you is feeling this way, the other one is going to be feeling this way. First card I saw, King of Swords here. So here's your Libra, but this person is just ready to talk. They're mentally clear in their head. They've gone through every single situation. They've really thought about what is going on. Their sword is going up to the heavens because they're ready to just tell the revelations of the truth. They're wanting to clear the air, right? Plus, their sword is 1 more with the 9. So there's an ending here. They're ready to clear the air completely. They are just done. They're ready to see you. They're ready to talk to you about it. They're ready to lift that heaviness off of their chest. And I bet you are too. You're ready to just clear it and get it off so it's peaceful within, and that way you're stop thinking about it every day. The what ifs of, am I going to see my person? Am I going to be able to talk to them? Am I going to be able to say what I really want to say? Are they going to really be able to hear me? You know, that's what's going on here. Now we also have the Hanged Man. So there might be a Taurus here. However, this is very, very guided. And I told you it was, because here's our main 3 cards right here, right? So this is very guided. There's spiritual divine grace here. It's mercy as well. But this is just the feeling that both of you are trying to surrender. both of you are trying to surrender to this now. One of you already has, but one of you is having a very, very hard time at just letting go. Like, you know, you want to move on. It's not serving you any good. You need to move on for yourself to heal before you can heal with this person or heal with the world. You know, you are ready to just take that leap of faith and be done. You're just not sure how to surrender or what to do. And all you need to do is get out of your own head, which is clearing this air. You know, that's why you want to talk. This is why communication needs to happen, because once the air is cleared and you guys, the truth can come out of unconditional love and respect for each other and the time, then you can go home and really sleep on it for a night and then surrender truly to how you feel in your heart space. Now, this is how I know that, because you're going to go home after this communication and you're going to go into hermit mode, because you're going to be so shocked at what you heard. The revelation is here because it's going to be an ending, a mental oppression here, but in a good way. It's going to bring open that truth and that revelation. You might be dealing with the Virgo here now. So we're having the kind of earth energy, which is balancing and grounding, patience. You know, this internal judgment that's been happening within you has also been happening within your twin flame, and therefore it's happening overall, both of you from above. And this is Jehovah's hand right here, just telling you, yeah, I'm coming down and you guys need to sit here and think by yourselves. You kind of just need a time out. The truth is here. You need to sit and plot and analyze about what you want to do going from now on with this new light that you've been given along this path to make straight as you proceed with caution while you're surrendering. Because you know what your heart space wants you to do, but is it the safest thing to do? You know what your emotions want you to do held in your flesh state, but is it the safest thing to do? You know what you want to do because this is your person, but what's going to get you the highest timeline? What's going to give you the greatest spiritual consequences in the Wheel of Fortune? And this is the Hermit. This goes back to the letter Y, which in Hebraic letters is the Yod, Jehovah's hand. It's also the Y because it's Jehovah's first initial, Yod, Yod-He, Vah-He, Yod-Hova. So it's Jehovah's hand really taking place over this separation right now and saying, okay, you guys have been separated enough. It's time to surrender once you guys figure out this information to clear the air here, because your twin flame was just acting like a huge douchebag. And at times, so were you. You know, you don't understand why you were talking that way. You don't understand why you were acting that way, that jealousy, that rage. There was a competition energy in the air. You know, this King of Wands is your true twin flame in his negative aspect or her negative aspect, you know, divine masculine, divine feminine, just kiss it and blow it away if it's not for you. But otherwise, if it's resonating, y'all know just to flip the energies how they go. This King of Wands was still really manipulative, and he's playing really low on those vibrations, or she was playing really low on those vibrations, because they never thought that you would walk away. They never thought that you would follow your faith here. They never thought that they would have to make a choice with you. They thought that you would always be there. And now they're looking and, oh shit, I have this spiritual debt here. I have all this karma coming towards me, where to the point where I'm being awakened. I have to, because Jehovah's hand is here guiding it. And King of Wands here, that's just the total twin flame player card to me. I just don't like that card. He's just, you know, in and out, very manipulative. And even if it's in the positive, it's still just manipulative fuel, because it's the lowest vibration. So there's emotional, mental, physical, spiritual strife on all ends, especially when they have this control over you if you've allowed it to happen, right? Now, here comes the Two of Wands in negative. And this is appropriate for me, because when the King of Wands is in this control of you, you're not able to move on spiritually. You're not able to walk away. You're not able to take the bridge away from this path that is not serving you anymore. Your twin flame is not going to be able to grow like you are. He or she is not going to be able to take the destined path that's meant for you. They have their own path, sweetheart, but so do you. And you're sitting here hanging on, waiting to hold their hand, when Jehovah's saying, come on, honey, I got you. You're my son. You're my daughter. I will always protect you. You are not guilty, because the snake is fueling them, and I am fueling you, and I need you to trust me. I need you to be still, and I need you to know, I need you to understand how you're going to walk away from this mental bullshit, this anxiety, and I'm going to help you walk your crooked path straight. So this can physiologically fuse on your wheel of karma, and you can move on in this new spiritual dominion here. That's really what's going on here. And when you let this King of Wands control you, look at, he's always got one more wand ahead of you. He's always got the control. When you walk away from this person, it's going to shake them. If you haven't done so already, which I really feel like this reading is for twin flames in separation. So I really feel like it's been rocking them, because if you're feeling this, you can't move on spiritually with them. They feel this way too. They feel like they can't spiritually move on with you either. And this feeling sucks, because this is where that push and pull comes in. And that is why you're here at a separation. Because you guys cannot clear the air. This person is still vibrating way too low when you are ready to clear the air here, and they are not. They're never going to change their ways as long as the snake energy is here. 5 of Pentacles, you feel defeated. You feel like you're left out in the cold. They've abandoned you. And I mean, if you really think about it here, look at it. He's even turned his back towards you, and he's still looking at his dick there, still looking at his vagina there, you know, just whatever it is. This is what he's in control of. His back is to you, and he does not give a shit how you feel. That is how this twin flame is coming off to me, you guys. Look at, when we balance this out here about this communication, is that you both need to surrender to it, because God is divinely guiding you. There's always something better for you when God's dividing you against something. God's removing you from it for a reason. He sees and hears, and he knows what they're thinking. He knows everything that's going on. Okay, so this commitment will not happen as long as this King of Wands is still choosing to act this way. All right, you are the one that has all this mental anxiety about it. You know, here, let's look at the deck together. You know, are you seeing what I'm seeing? This is you, and you just need to just surrender to God here. Just be able to be ready to walk away. And this is him or her, the negative twin flame here. Oh, I'm sorry. This should actually be a negative here. But look at this. And this should be negative too, honestly, but it doesn't really matter. But I'm just saying, this is a dead end stop here. And look at, you're ready to clear the air and just move on here, you know. So good for you, twin flame. I know this is incredibly difficult. I'm very, very proud of you, because, you know, I'm a Gemini Cancer cusp, and I understand this feeling. There's nothing more that I want to be able to have a adult, constructive communication with my twin flame, to be able to get to a good spot where he and I can have this positive outcome moving forward, no matter what's happened for us, you know. But it'll never happen that way, because they will never see it like we do, right? They will never see it like we do. Now, I know this is kind of long, but I want to just give you some chakra cards. I need faith more than anything when I'm fighting my twin flames energy, when I'm fighting the signs and the syncs that are showing up, when I'm fighting the dreams, when I'm fighting the fact that I swear I can hear his voice talk to me and I'm trying to ignore it. But twin flames can have gifts of being telepathic to each other, you know, and it's very difficult. And so I want to be able just to give you some comforting guidance, because you know that you need to walk away from this person. And my favorite part about this to tell you at 3311 here is, when you start to heal, it'll help them heal too. It'll help them see that they've lost everything, which I've already said. I know, I bet you $10. Your King of Wands here, you're female, or you're negative female, you're negative masculine here, your opposite twin flame here, they miss you too, and they want to talk to you. They just don't know how to. Not only you're 33, not only are you stuck out in the cold and abandoned, so are they. You know, they feel like they don't know how to start here. They don't know how to even talk. They're afraid to, and they live in their fear. They love fear. That's why that's why they're fueled off of it. They're so insecure. They don't like being vulnerable. They want to be in control of everything, which is another reason why they will not start the communication. If you start the communication, they can have the control over it. And therefore, that's why you just need to budge. Just budge on your own terms. No, I'm not doing this. I need to surrender. I need to let God help me with my path. Because look at this here, you guys. You know, here's another thing that we didn't talk about. Look at where God's looking. He's looking towards you here. Okay? He's looking towards you and he's guiding you, because this King of Wands is looking at this to have all the control here. Okay. Deep down inside, this is what this King of Wands wants, but he'll never admit it. He or she, they will never admit it. I keep saying he because Jehovah would have brought out the Queen of Wands if it was. So it just depends on the energy, okay? But God's looking at you and you're divinely guided here. And your twin flame is too, but they don't understand that. So Jehovah, I'll let you pick one more time here. And if you could give a card or two for our twin flames here in separation who are just hurting, that they know they need to surrender and let go for now. Wow, we already got a card. Any more, Jehovah? I feel like there's not a release quite yet. Any guidance here, Jehovah, for our twin flame here to help heal their heart just a little bit, to give them the faith to move on, to stop putting themselves out in the cold, to warm themselves up with you and your light, to help Jesus come in and be their salvation. And eventually, you guys, if this person can do the work, this victory will happen and they'll come knocking on your door with the ring any day. But you need to make sure that they do the work. There will be an offer here. Jehovah, tell me right now, I heard offer. I heard offer, and there will be an offer. And you have to understand that they have healed or not. You have to really use your discernment and make sure that you're not just jumping right into it because it's your Cinderella happily ever after and the shoe finally fits right. No, you have to make sure that they have your best interest at heart, that this King of Wands energy is gone, because you are both showing up as kings right now when you need to show up as the Emperor and the Empress. They have all 4 kings and queens inside of them, and you guys are getting close, but you are much more advanced, sweetheart, than your twin flame here. And there's a lot of time that's going to have to take place in between this, because you're only at a 5 of Pentacles here, sweetheart. You're just halfway through this. Okay, let's see what this card is here. This was the first one that came out. Yes, thank you, Jehovah. Sweetheart, you have to accept that this is never going to happen. This is reflected off of your root chakra, which is I am. And when we do self-love readings or just single readings, general readings, this is you just need to accept who you are. You know, this is who you are. You're protected either way. This is a piece of the pie, and you got to take this whole pie and serve it up with the side of truth. Okay, now being in this twin flame relationship, you just need to accept that this is who you are. You need to accept that the other half of you is who that they are, and you have no control over them. You have to accept that this is not going to move forward at this time. Let's see what else is here. Yes, wisdom. It's all right here, sweetheart. Here it is. 37:11 right there on the clock. 10:11. You are ascending. Look, I told you Jehovah had his light on you. I told you. Because he's right there, baby. Please just let me in. Just let me in, honey. Please, let me just fulfill your heart. Let me water it. He didn't take care of you, baby, but I will. She didn't take care of you, baby, but I will. And Jesus is here to keep the salvation going. They never sleep or slumber over you, sweetheart. Well, this person is cutting off your shrubs so you have this awful haircut so you match them. Like, what the hell? They are so limiting you here. Let your hair down. Let God breathe that fresh air right through you. And this wisdom will come into your heart. You'll be able to learn and see the truth. You'll be able to start healing your heart because he will come in. He is your doctor when you are sick and not well. And he tells me you're not well right here. He woke me up and saved me one day. He took me away from my twin flame because it was not good for me. Now, he's doing it for you, and I want you to allow him to, because this twin flame will eventually murder you. Spiritually, energetically. It's not a good feeling, and I don't want that for you. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know. I'm here for you. I've been right where you are. I feel right what you feel. And please drop an emoji below, or your just emoji signature if you have one started yet. If you'd like a prayer, I'd be honored to pray for you from my heart space to yours. I miss my twin flame every day, and it's okay. And it's okay to miss someone and not want them back either. Not want them back until they can be what they need to be for you. And you know what that is. Continue being there for yourself. Love yourself more. Just send them a little love every day. No matter how angry you are, no matter how unpeaceful you feel, just send them that peace. Send them that love. Make it a practice every single day, and eventually things will start to shift and change. And hopefully it'll start to shift and change in them too. because even though they've hurt us, even though we've hurt ourselves, even though it's the biggest heartbreak we know, the biggest regret, we still want the best for them. So I'll pray for your twin flame. You can pray for mine while I pray for you. I love you. I'll see you soon. Wounds into light.